Hey there, and welcome. Today we're going to talk about a really powerful tool that honestly every single resident of Nagaland should know about. This is your way to cut through all that red tape and make sure your voice is actually heard when you're dealing with government services. So let's break down how you can take a frustrating problem and turn it into a formal, trackable case that actually gets results.
So, have you ever been in that situation? Stuck, waiting forever for a public utility connection, or just tangled up in some administrative nightmare? Yeah, it's a frustration that I think most of us have faced at some point. But the good news is, there's a system in place so you don't have to just sit there and hope for the best.
And that solution is an official, honest-to-goodness system built for exactly these kinds of problems. It's called the CPGRAMS portal, and you can think of it as your direct line to getting things sorted out. So, let's dig into how it works and, more importantly, why it's so effective.
Now, I know what you might be thinking. Is filing a complaint really worth all the hassle? And the answer is, oh, absolutely. It's a huge yes. In fact, taking just a few minutes to do this is one of the most powerful things you can do. Let's look at exactly why.
See, this isn't like just shouting into the wind or sending an email into some black hole. This system is designed for results. First off, your issue gets routed directly to the right people in the right department. Plus, you get a unique tracking number so you can see exactly what's happening. You can do the whole thing from your own home, which is amazing. And it creates real accountability. Best of all, if you're not happy with the outcome, there's even a built-in way to appeal. It's the whole package, really.
All right, so we've covered the why. We know it's important. Now for the fun part, the how. I'm going to walk you through step by step exactly how to get your complaint lodged.
So, what in the world is CPGRAMS? Well, the name's a bit of a mouthful. Centralized Public Grievance Redress and Monitoring System. But the most important word there is centralized. Think of it like a single front door, a one-stop shop that connects you directly to the right government office, whether it's at the state level in Nagaland or even the central government.
Okay, ready? First thing you're going to do is head over to pgportal.gov.in. You'll see a big button that says Lodge Public Grievance. You can't miss it. Next, you'll need to register. I'd really recommend creating an account. It just makes it easier to track everything. Once you're in, you have to select the right category. And this is super important. Make sure you choose the State Department for Nagaland so your issue goes to the right place.
And now we get to the heart of it. Step 4, filling out the form. Be clear, be specific. What happened? When did it happen? Who is involved? If you have any proof, like photos, documents, receipts, attach them. Then comes step 5, and listen up, because this is the most critical part of the entire process. After you hit submit, you'll get a unique registration number. You have to save this number. Seriously. Screenshot it, write it down, email it to yourself, whatever you gotta do. That number is your golden ticket.
This right here is a perfect example of what a good complaint looks like. Notice how it's not angry or overly emotional, it's just factual. It clearly says who, what, and when. It identifies the problem, the delay, and, this is key, it explains the real-world impact of that delay. That's the formula you want to follow. So, you've done it. You've filed your complaint, you've saved that precious ID number. What happens next? Does it just vanish? Absolutely not. The process is just getting started. Let's talk about tracking and follow-up. Remember that registration ID we were so careful about saving? Well, this is its time to shine. You just go right back to the portal, find the View Status section, pop in your ID, and bam! You can see everything. Any replies, any progress, any updates on your case. No more being left in the dark.
But what if the response you get isn't good enough? Or what if you don't get one at all? The system has you covered there too. You don't have to start from scratch. You can use that same registration ID to send a reminder or even file an official appeal right there in the portal. It just shows how the system is designed to see things all the way through to a resolution.
Okay, let's bring this all home. When we boil it all down, what's the one big thing you should take away from all of this?
Here it is. Using the PIG portal isn't just complaining, it's activating a formal system. It takes your frustration and turns it into a documented official case that has to be addressed. It is, without a doubt, the single most direct and transparent way to get your problem on the record and on the path to a real solution.
So you see, this isn't just some interesting fact. It's a practical tool that's available to you right now. So the question isn't if you can make your voice heard anymore. The real question is, now that you know how, what issue are you going to raise?